Hi everyone, welcome back. We're going to now start preparing the hair today for an up style for next week. So if you are lucky enough that you got some rollers before we had lockdown, I want you to have a go with the rollers. I'm going to show you other ways to do it as well. If you are using rollers, make sure you put some product on the hair. So I've just put this mousse on that I happen to have, so to give it a bit of firmness and a bit of hold. So remember, doing up styles is about prepping the hair. So we want to put some curl into her this week. I'm going to sit her out in the sun to dry and leave her, because then next week I'll make sure she's really dry before I take the rollers out. So these are the rollers we're going to use. I've noticed in the supermarket they have rollers like that if you wanted to get some just to practice. If not, and you don't need clips with them, they're the Velcro rollers that stay in. But I am going to show you some alternatives if you haven't got either of these. So just to bear in mind when you're doing a set, think of the direction in what you're wanting the hair to be. So I've started all these going back and then in a brickwork pattern. When you're doing your roller, take your section, the width and the length of that roller, lift it up, make sure you comb the hair smooth, keep your comb in your hand and away from you. As you wrap that, use the teeth of the roller to get it nice and smooth, and then keep a nice even tension all the way down to the root so that the hair can sit on base. And then use your clip to put in there to keep it nice and firm. And then I'm going to go on here. Okay, I'll show you another thing to do in a minute. So if you didn't get any rollers or you haven't been able to, if you've got any clips like this, you could do your rollers alternatively like that. If you haven't even got any of them, try some Kirby grips just to secure it in place. So I'm just going to show you with either. So just take small sections, okay, comb the hair, and you can either do it that way down, whichever way you find easier. So I've done that from point to root, or you can do it root to point, and then just secure it at the base with your grip. And you've just imitated a roller really. If you haven't got them, you can do the same, and this time I'll roller it just round. So whichever way you find easier, just make sure those ends get tucked in. And then just have a go with a Kirby grip as best you can to secure it there at the base. So the better the product you've got on, the better that'll hold in. So you can have a practice with that. I've gave you a couple of options already. Another option is to blow dry with a radial brush, which if you're an apprentice is something you need to do anyway to practice for your endpoint assessment. If you've got somebody in the home that you can practice on, practice all of these, whatever you've got. If you've got some heated rollers, practice with them as well, it's a good bonus for you. We want you to become quite fluid, not where you're thinking about it there, it's more natural to you. Okay, so for the blow dry, got a square section here, still work really neatly. All right, it's partly dry, and put it on full heat, and get some tension on this hair. Get them ends and up to the root, making sure you're cutting. I've curled that an opposite way now to really get some body into that hair. And again. Once you're satisfied it's dry, use your cool shoe, cool down the hair and firm up them bonds. Let the hydrogen bonds harden, take it out, and you've got a nice curl there. And like I said, this is a large brush. If you've got a smaller brush, it'd be better. Bring the hair back in, secure the ends in. Okay, so you can mimic the curl again, and then secure that with your clip so it can cool down and carry on with the other sections. If you don't want to do that, there's another alternative you can do, and that is curling with the straighteners. I've done one here. So just take small sections Keep that out your way. Try all of them, one of them, whatever you find most comfortable. I've got my straighteners here. I've got them on the cooler setting at an angle, so I'm going to put my straighteners on there, and then I'm feeding the hair through and twisting, you see, and then I'm just going to slide through the hair, twisting all the way to the end and let it out, and I've got a nice curl, which once again I'll bring up and secure with a clip. Okay, so whichever way you've set the hair is fine, whether you've done it with heated rollers, the wand, tongs, straighteners, curly blow dry, it's all good if you've got some body in there and you've used some product. I've done the whole set instead, so I'm going to put her outside in the sun to dry. If you are going to leave her to dry like that, and it's not good weather, just sit her in the window, maybe just open the window a little bit so some air can blow around as well while she's drying, but make sure she's 100% dry, otherwise it'll just return to its natural state. So next week I'll show you a couple of up styles that you can do, and then you can have a practice with a few yourself, and make sure you take some pictures before and after, and make sure you keep learning. All right, take care everyone, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.